The Hot Cup has joined us.
The cameraman is amazing.
Drunk?
Oh,
This from a man who posts a strange picture.
Can y'all hear Ron now?
Now I
Yes.
hear him. Yeah.
Hi.
All right, I got.
Oh, I hear Jay.
No.
Aww.
What
What
was
was, what was that?
I don't know. Hold on.
Frightening? That was.
It's not letting me. Fuck.
It's not letting me.
Awfully sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Problem.
Give me a second.
We're gonna give Gavin a second.
Big Fatty, can you hear Jay?
Haunt Cup?
Yeah.
No.
I
Oh,
thought I did.
I
You
heard
can't hear me?
I hear.
All right,
Jerry.
I'm
I
gonna
hear
hang
you.
up and try and come back again.
Okay.
You
Big
got-
Fatty has to leave and rejoin every time new people join
Oh, man.
because he can't hear him.
Do.
Nope. He's back.
From outer.
Say something, Ron.
Hello.
I hear Ron. Say something, Haunt Cub.
Hello.
Oh, now you're
Say-
even better, Jay.
Now I hear everybody.
Oh, good.
Woo!
Okay, well I'm gonna have to leave now. And,
Right.
What is that
Time to
fucking
go.
noise over
Hold on, that's me.
Oh.
It's Gavin doing something.
Gavin's trying to get connected,
Right.
I think.
It's asking me to select an input device, which I've never had to do before.
that is so hot. And I think we know what kind of input device.
I'll show you an input device.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Right.
Hold on.
I heard
Keep talking.
someone's bird.
Okay, we'll just keep talking.
Is that a captive bird or a bird outside?
Oh, probably my bird in the
Of
background.
course, I
Going
forgot.
chirp, chirp, chirp.
Of
Yeah, that was all excited.
Of course, it's your bird, Jay.
Mhm.
Because Haunt Cub Spider doesn't chirp.
No,
Hey, Haunt Cub.
Uh-huh.
There's several houses for sale in Fat Acres.
Uh-oh.
Now give him a break. He just moved.
I don't-
Oh, God.
Oh, Gavin's getting pissed, and he can't blame it on Jim tonight.
Oh, I never blame it on him, but
Well, you should.
Well, right. Oh,
Just takes it out on
Mr.
the
Mike,
layers.
you'll have to entertain us.
no.
Oh yeah, what about a porn theme while we're waiting?
Oh, that reminds me. I got to get into the chat room.
Well, we can't tell them porn theme if we can't connect.
If they can't hear
Well,
you.
they can listen to the
Type it in the chat room.
Ustream, YouTube.
There's blue.
Is it a holiday? Do we have any particular?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is the night before Eastern Orthodox Easter.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that would be Eastern Orthodox Easter Eve.
Yeah.
Poppy, how are you celebrating your Eastern Orthodox Easter Eve?
I'm celebrating it by quaffing a vodka and tonic while being on the Gavin show
And hiding your eggs, huh?
and hiding my egg.
Yeah.
Well,
Lady. Poor Gavin.
I haven't been on here in weeks.
I don't understand why
Yeah.
it's doing this. It's never done this before. Let me start it over again.
Why don't you start it? 95% of all computer problems are solved with a restart.
Well, it has worked in the past, so you fucked it up.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Everything
been
was
months I've been able
perfect.
to connect, and I still can't. But what's the solution?
I don't know, but Ron, you got to put that microphone right up to your puss.
That is so
Well-
hot.
You know, I'm using my cell phone.
What? That's crazy.
Taught me that.
There is no input device. Select for this microphone. Selected for this microphone. Please select the device.
Oh, see, that's what I had to do, Gavin, when I got on here. Are you doing the settings and Hangout?
No. This is on the.
This is the connect. This is to connect to the
Oh,
stream.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Never mind.
Let me check and make sure. Unmute.
Pum-pa-pum-pum.
Where the hell are the settings? Oh, there it is. Gear. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going to TT?
Yes.
Okay.
Shh.
All right.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let me try that.
Dr. Stone has joined us.
Oh, well. We should see if you would like to.
Let me
Join the
finish
call?
what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Nope, still.
Mr. Mike is saying, are you using butt to stream?
Am I using what?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that
B-U-T-T?
means.
We don't know.
That's only if you do too much X-Lax. You get streaming butt.
Hold on. I think I might have fixed it.
Tell us it ain't so.
Okay. Now, tell me if you can hear us on the stream.
Can you hear us on the stream?
Hello, stream.
Hello. Well, they've got to have 7 seconds and then they got to talk.
Yeah.
Is there a link? Hi, tired Haunty. Can y'all hear us on the stream? Evidently not.
They may need to refresh their stream.
Oh, that's true.
Refresh your stream.
Refresh your coffee break with Wrigley Spearmint Gum. Oh,
Ruined.
It's weird on the stream. I'm not sure what that
Oh,
means.
Lord. It's the fat one on YouTube. It is? Hi.
It's always weird on the stream.
That's what this show's all about, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right?
Speaking of on the stream, are you back, Toppy?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to the stream, and there are some noises I have never heard on there.
Oh,
It's like a scrambling
okay.
noise.
It's not like that. Mickey
It's like
Mouse
it's
shit, is it?
underwater, they say.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it.
Gonna have to call Pride 48 IT.
Okay. Now maybe it's a little better. Actually, I'm getting a lot better reading on the,
Output.
yeah.
How about now, everybody? Does it sound better?
No, I still hear gobbledygook.
Oh, gobbledygook. Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Oh, did it
Now-
get better?
no, I started to hear Adams. That was up. Now this gobbledygook is back.
I majored
Okay.
in gobbledygook in college.
That is so hot.
I have to say that's quite honestly, whatever Gavin has done, it is a noise I have never heard before in my life.
Now I'm curious.
Well, it's ghostly, it's haunting, it's weird.
It's haunty.
Haunty.
Suck it out.
How about now, Toppy?
All right, let me take a listen.
Nope.
Nope. All right, y'all just have to watch on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm going to try one more thing.
He's going to try one more thing.
Gotta try one more thing.
try it.
He's getting out of the bathtub now. So he'll no longer be underwater.
Boy, that's a weird noise. It's still there. God. I feel like if I keep listening to it, it might drive me to the loony. But
We're gonna have
So
to-
you'll be going down to your parents' house?
Is
kind
it
of.
so weird?
Okay.
Yeah, it's still weird. I swear to Jesus.
Ed says that it's not an issue for him.
What does
He doesn't-
that mean, Ed? Do you hear us?
Did you refresh your stream, Toppy?
Mr. Mike says, are you streaming with the correct bit rate?
What? Ask me what the,
What is the
Oh
correct
wow,
bit?
yeah, that's funky.
I'm whatever the bit rate has been.
Okay, Gavin, I did refresh Gavin, and it was still there.
Yeah, and I just tried connecting, and I got the same thing.
He says 96K.
Oh,
Gavin.
maybe that's what it is.
and now I can't even see. I can't even see that. I can't get up to the. God damn it! I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. 96K. I don't even know where that is.
Who did that?
Is Mr. Mike posting porn yet?
He has been posting some.
Ed
that's
posted
nice.
one thing.
Oh, and we've got Ed as well. Excellent.
Right. So now the sound is back to Pride 48 regular, and I hear
Adam.
Adam and
Mhm.
Big Fatty.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Stone says that YouTube is good. Who did we
Oh,
lose?
well.
Oh, we lost Gavin.
I'm back. Okay, you just gonna have to watch on YouTube.
And now I can't hear Gavin.
Oh no.
All right. I'm going to
Go to the bar and get a drink or two.
go to the bar and get a drink. No, I'm going to hang up and I'll come right back, but I can't stay long.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You can hear him, Gavin, but he can't hear you, I guess, huh?
I don't know. I haven't changed anything. I don't understand why it's not working right, but I didn't change any settings from
No, but
I've done it.
Adam's been working tinkering with things on there, so
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
Well, and it's the joy of electronics, right? Like,
right.
I'm not saying Adam's the problem. I'm just saying everybody.
No.
Like, if it works, leave it the fuck alone. Why you got to tinker with shit, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he is in the process of switching it to a different thing. I don't know. So maybe some of the
Until they figure it out, until the June event, I'm just going to do YouTube. I'm not even going to bother with the stream because I'm not going through that every week.
okay,
Unless I can connect prior, I'm not going to bother.
right?
Because I you know how I get. It's just like I always feel like it's my fault.
It's not.
No.
oh, it's
nah.
It's Toppy's.
Thank you.
So,
I'll take
Or mine. I mean, whatever.
It'd be nice when you're changing stuff to get a heads up, but you know,
well, I just said that. I don't know if he's actually done it yet or not. So
but,
I'll ask him tomorrow night. Now, before I go, or did you want to start the show first?
well, I mean, at this point, why bother?
Fuck it.
We're already here and having fun.
Tomorrow night is
Hold on.
State of the Station.
Wait, stop. Because now I'm not recording, so now I have to record.
Okay.
And okay, go ahead.
Well, tomorrow night, Sunday night, the 28th, is State of the Station at 8 p.m. in the evening, Eastern Daylight Time. And Gavin, you can come on over there and ask Adam questions about what the fuck's wrong with Pride 48.
At what time?
8 p.m. in the evening.
You mean 2 hours after I go to bed? No.
Oh, that's right.
The Eastern time zone, the only time zone that matters.
That's correct. So, Gavin, you've made your reservations, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes. I made them on, what the hell was it?
Oh,
Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
No, Friday.
Saw your post. So I know I made my hotel reservations, and Martin and I's flights have both been scheduled. So
Yep, I've done both of mine as well.
oh, that's
Nice.
right. I forgot. Haunt Cub has done his too.
well,
Ron.
I'm all set.
All right,
Nice.
you don't hear Ron.
He said he's all set.
He's also
Okay.
he's all set. Yeah.
All right.
So what are our numbers looking like, or will you share with us
I
tomorrow?
have not seen any report other than, the way I see it, the booking system went down again, saying we were out of inventory a second time when Gavin was trying to make reservations. So I'm hoping that means that we're going to have a really good crowd.
Yeah.
That we've had to ask for the inventory to be increased. It
Yeah, that's
appears
really nice.
that folks are coming early.
Mhm.
So that's
Which
a good
isn't
thing.
always a good thing, but in this case,
yeah,
Right.
we like it.
under these circumstances, we're good with that.
Yeah.
Mr.
we are-
Mike has made his reservation.
Nice. Yeah, we're coming in on Wednesday and leaving Monday. So
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Yep.
mhm.
that's what we're doing also. So
Oh, good.
Yeah. We'll have a good crowd there
oh yeah,
early.
Or it'll just be us.
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
that's fine too.
Yeah. Whatever.
Scotty is obviously not coming this year.
Oh, poor Scotty.
Oh,
Aw.
really?
Couldn't be bothered.
Oh.
So anyway, what can I say? Gavin, I'm getting out of here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you the birthdays that I have.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday is Drum Major Kev.
All right.
Wednesday is Guy in Denver. Tom
Yeah.
V and the one and only Donna Sugars. And then Friday is Rob Nelson, Lily Magoo.
Rob Nelson.
I have all those.
Wow.
Okay, so
And
that's
I
what I
Have a
have.
good week.
I have Tom V on Wednesday also.
Right, I said that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Did
hear
it?
that.
Okay,
You broke up a bit during that.
okay.
Okay.
Tom's V on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Okay.
Who knew Tom had a V?
And that's
So
what I have. So,
You have a V also, Gavin?
yeah, I have a big V.
A vagina.
I thought your V was in Augusta this weekend.
Yeah, well,
Have we heard how the florist convention is going?
I haven't. We actually haven't
Don't
talked-
ask.
I haven't asked. I haven't talked to him. So
Florist convention.
And Gavin, how much weight have you lost?
I did not lose any more this week. So,
Okay,
but I didn't gain any. So that's
that's a win also.
Nice, holding steady.
So we'll just take a big dump in the morning, and you'll
exactly.
eat some kale or something.
No.
So all right, maybe not. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good show.
All
Good
right.
night.
Good night. Say hi
Thank-
to the ladies for us.
Oh, I'll speak to Granny for you.
Did Granny have an update on her weight?
I think he lost 2 more pounds.
Oh, that's good. Good
So
for
I
him.
think that's right. So anyway, bye everybody in the chat room. Oh, they can
Bye.
see me. Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Bye.
Bye, little girl. So thank you for calling. Bye bye. How do you hang it up now? Here we go. Where is that?
We know he knows how. He's done it. He's had to do it half a dozen times today,
Okay, now,
right?
somebody wanted to ask me a question at the beginning of the show, and we never got to it. What was it? We don't know.
Big Fatty had asked you about something about the post that you sent to he and Vera.
Oh, and he never brought it up. Oh well.
Yeah, well, because we never officially started the show.
Yeah, true. That's right. It's a train wreck. So.
Wait, is this a show?
Yeah, this is the show.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, all he did was he and Vera were obviously talking about sharding episodes. So whatever that is. And all I said was I heart Big Fatty and Annie Vera. That was it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure why that was.
Well, maybe because Big Fatty loves talking about sharding episodes.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a total loss. So
Hancom,
Yes.
why are you tired?
I've been working outside all day today.
oh, you too? Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
what do you
lawn
guys
work?
do?
Yeah, the lawn. I had to transplant a bunch of plants and put some stuff in the ground, and it's just been running nonstop today. And I had to go for blood work this morning, so I had to be up early for that. So I've just been.
Oh,
I finally got to relax maybe 2 hours ago.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
Well.
I at least got a nap in. So
Yeah, I never made it to that, so we'll see.
I got up early to go for blood work, only to arrive and have them say, do you have orders with you?" And I'm like, "No, they should be electronic." And she's like, "There's nothing in the system for you."
Oh Lord.
And I just went, "Oh," like, it's killing me, right? I went without coffee, didn't have breakfast.
oh my
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, apparently my doctor forgot to. They're supposed to. They always have running orders because I'm diabetic. I go in quarterly,
Right.
to see my doctor, and they're on file, and they hadn't been. And so last time, they asked me to go get my blood work done 3 months ago. They had the orders, and apparently the doctor wrote them as one time rather than what they're supposed to do, which is
it's
for 1 year.
Yeah.
And yeah, so obnoxious because it means she's like, "Oh, no big deal. You can come in Monday and there'll still be plenty of time." And I'm like, I work during the week. Like I get up early and I'm off to work, and it means I have to take time off work to come over here because they're only open during business hours.
And then you got to fast again.
Yeah. Obnoxious.
That's good for Weight Watchers.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Way after that, right? I'm down about 13 pounds right now, so.
Oh, good for you.
But I've bounced around a bit in that range, like the 15 to 13 range. So I'll drop again.
I bounced around a bit too, but it had nothing to do with weight.
Oh my God.
Well, lucky you.
Holy Jesus.
I did manage to get a nap in today.
Oh, good for you.
I felt this hard thing on my left-hand side of my body.
Lucky you.
It was a rib.
Oh.
What does that mean? Have you been losing weight?
I have been, yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Down 17 pounds and
nice.
I'll be wearing my Ethel Merman swimsuit by the time Pride 48 rolls around.
Friendship, such a perfect friendship.
Okay,
sorry.
Nobody but nobody. I don't care what they look like.
Well, DJ Ron, I must ask you, because unless I've totally mixed this up, but there was a certain post, a status on your Facebook,
an announcement.
Yes, I saw that too.
Would you like to say anything about that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what this is.
He just stepped in behind me.
Say
hello to the guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Gary with 2 G's, 2 R's.
I'm out in the garden playing.
He's out in the garden.
Nice.
Time left.
So he's originally Canadian. We won't hold that against him.
No, that's okay. That's
No, I
okay.
question why the hell he'd come here.
Right.
Right?
He holds it against me all the time.
Well, that's another story right there.
Right. That's between you two.
Yeah. We're going to be at Hot Dog Down the Hallway in July. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm jealous.
Tell him where our sling is right now. Come on.
Yes, please share.
Yeah.
What's that big plant called?
we've
Staghorn.
He's got a portable sling that it's set up in my carport.
Oh,
And
great.
Nice.
Right now, what it's supporting is this giant staghorn plant. It's like this big ball of plant, and
Check it out. They're awesome, but they're huge.
I can't hang it anywhere, so it's hanging in a sling in my carport.
I love it. Both dual purpose.
Well, we'll see what the second purpose is later after I put it back in the garden.
Right.
Anyway,
Attaboy.
honey, I'm gonna go walk the dog.
You might want to clean it off a bit.
Oh yeah, you think? Bubble wrap, baby, bubble wrap.
Hey, dirt on somebody's back, that wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
We all know
Good
that.
point.
We've all known that. That's
Oh,
well, my big
I want you to go anyway.
I will.
You hope to see you in New Orleans.
okay. hope
Oh
to see
yeah.
you.
hey.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have fun.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, hi. Oh, did he just
Oh,
do that?
died. Did you hear that?
I missed his exit remark.
Yeah.
I said you can tell he's shy. Here was his exit remark.
He said, "I'm going to be wearing a cute bathing suit this year."
He keeps me laughing and guessing, believe me.
There you go.
So did you
Nice.
guys see the my project for this weekend?
Yes, I did.
No, I did not
No,
see
I
it.
didn't.
It's in the chat room, Toppy. It's,
Okay.
one of the guys at work was throwing out. They brought this bench in. It was an old bench, and the wood was like all rotted.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the sides are cast iron or molded iron or whatever. So and I looked at it and I was like, "What are you doing with that?" And he said, "Oh, I'm going to toss it because he said I'm going to cut the wood off because it won't fit in the garbage can." I said, "Oh, let me do it." So I cut the wood off, and I had one of the guys grind the bolts off because they were so rusted. And I took the two pieces home. I cleaned them off, and went out and bought $40 worth of wood bolts and paint,
Huh.
and that's how it came out.
I'll be damned. Now, is the
So
now the photo I'm seeing looks like it still needs a stain, or is that going to be the finish?
No, it's pressure treated, so it won't really take a stain.
Okay.
More than likely, like next year, I'll like put a tinted Thompson water seal on it.
Right.
so
As-
Gavin, tell me what you actually did to it. Like
No. I scrubbed down the it's two wrought iron or whatever side,
Mhm.
and they have openings for the wood to go, slats to go in.
Right.
So what I did was I scrubbed it all down, and oddly it didn't have very much rust on it. So I just wire brushed where it needed to get rid of the rust, and I bought 4 planks. They're pre-cut 4 4-foot 1x6
Mm-hmm.
pieces of decking, and they were like $5 a piece. And
Right.
I put them. I have a table saw in the garage, so I ripped them down to 2 3/4 inch planks.
Okay.
So I had as many as I needed because I bought 4, and I needed 8 pieces.
Mhm.
So I ripped them down, and I just attached them with carriage bolts, and so it came out
Very
nice.
nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Looks
And
very
so
nice.
that's what it essentially, you just created what it had been like before, but the
Yeah,
the
well,
prior planks had deteriorated and
Yeah,
Yeah,
you like
whatever.
restored
and
it.
Yeah.
I spray painted all the two sides, the metal sides, with
Mhm.
Rust-Oleum, but I did it in a red that
Oh, nice.
sort of matches our fireplace.
There you
Mhm.
go.
So like if you're looking at the bench, like the bench is in front of the sunroom, and then to the left of that would be the door, and then to the left of that is our fireplace. So it kind of brings it together.
That's nice. Looks good.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Haunt Cub,
And it's
maybe
solid.
maybe next weekend, Haunt Cub, you could start your own little bench project.
Why is everybody?
Yeah, we're envious, Gavin, because I think all of us are going, yeah, not me.
Well, I like sitting outside like on a warm morning,
Mhm.
and have my coffee outside. I'll take my phone out.
Right. So do I. That's why I bought patio furniture.
But I don't know. I like having that. So
No,
Mhm.
that's nice. It must feel there's a satisfaction in accomplishing something like that, is it right?
yeah.
Oh,
The
I
other thing
agree.
The other thing, those are like $150. It comes with all the pieces, the wood and all that stuff. Cost me $40 to redo it. So
Mhm.
And-
Yeah, and you're handy enough to to do that, put it all together, and
yeah, and the wood that I use,
bolt it and everything.
the wood that I used is about twice as thick as they use.
Hmm.
So it's gonna hold up. So it did, even with my fat ass on it, it didn't sag. So
Nice.
I was worried about using pine because everybody was telling me use teak because teak is a real solid wood.
Hmm.
Well, not many places carry teak. Like you're not going to get that at Home Depot.
It's expensive too.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of money on it. So
Where do you buy teak? I don't even know.
I would have to go to a place and have it ordered. More than likely Home Depot would order it for me, but they're not going to order just 4x6 planks.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So I would have to go to a specialty place like a
Mhm.
a lumber yard or something that
I wonder if like a marine shop or something would do it, because I know they
you know
use
what,
it
I mean,
on
a marine
boats a lot.
probably have it because they do use it on boats. So,
Mhm.
but and I know somebody I could have asked. Oh well, next time. When
No,
the-
you
couple
got
of
something that works.
couple of years if this starts to rot, then I'll just I'll go to that guy.
Yeah.
I see him every morning at the Wawa, and he works at a marina. He's a mechanic for one of the local marinas. So
Mm. Well, and your pressure treated lumber should last a lot longer than a few years.
oh yeah, I'm sure
I
it
mean,
will. I mean, it's decking wood, and I've had the same decking wood for 20 years out in the deck that I built. So.
Yeah, when the organization I used to work for built a lot of wheelchair ramps for people, and they were just made out of pressure treated decking lumber.
Right.
So it works really well.
As long as you keep up with it and recoat it every couple of years. So.
Yeah, and they used to put what do you call it, like that sandy grip type paint across it. They'd pressure treat it, and then they put that
to keep you from sliding.
Yeah. It
grip
creates
type paint.
Yeah, it's like a traction thing because it's got
that
the
sounds hot.
sand in it.
It's got like a gravel in it, like a real fine gravel.
The problem is if you like slip on it or something, it just scrubs the skin straight off.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite lube. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Toppy in the sandpaper condom.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest Toppy puts sandpaper in his Vaseline.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
I like friction.
Where was that?
What was that? I hear a burp, burp.
It was somebody's phone. Probably.
Oh, Nessa's not able to join us.
Oh,
Aw.
Yeah, she had something come up. So She was on her
Bummer.
way home when I started.
I'm just so excited that so many folks are going to New Orleans, and I saw a lot of you folks, but like Jay, I haven't seen you and your husband for since Vegas a few years ago. So
Yeah.
that'll be cool to see you guys and to see Nessa again, because I haven't seen her in quite a few years. So it's nice that we're picking up a few new folks that are returning and hopefully even some new ones.
Yeah, I think Bob and Christine aren't coming this year, right?
Right, they're not, or at least that's what I remember her posting.
Were they both at the last one?
Just Christina was there last year.
Yeah.
In New Orleans, yeah. But they've got I think anniversary trip that they're taking, I think, right? Because that's right before school starts too. So it's always tricky for her.
Yeah.
Working for the school district. So
Well, hopefully some people will go that I've never been able to see at Vegas, but some of those people I don't think are really involved much anymore, so I don't know how many will be there.
I would love to see like RC and Jay again. I met them the very first year I went, and then they were back a couple other years, and I think the last year in Vegas I saw them again. I would love to see them.
Last time I talked to RC, it sounded like they were still going, or they're planning.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. I hadn't heard that, so that's awesome. I'm so bad I don't get on Facebook at all, hardly.
Martin will get along great with RC and
yeah, RC and Jay.
They'll have their
yeah. Martin will be bringing a vape pen. I am or vape cartridge. I'm sure.
How are you going to get that on the plane?
They don't check.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
TSA doesn't give a shit.
They just assume it's an e-cigarette.
Well, here's the thing: the battery, you have to carry it on, so it needs to go in your carry-on stuff, and I guess it looks similar enough to a lot of vape, devices.
Yeah.
That they're not likely to check, and I did a bunch of research before we tried to fly with one, and just to know, like, okay, what might we encounter if we do it and get caught. And what it said is, while it's illegal federally, TSA has to defer to local law enforcement because they're in California, and the TSA employees at the gate are not like enforcement officers, right? They screen, but they're not going to arrest you unless you're doing something related to the flight, right? But trying to carry a substance on. So what they do apparently is refer you to the local police, and the local police, it's legal, and all they do is check to see if it's within the legal limits. Like whatever you've got is not more than you're supposed to have. And assuming that, they said the worst that they can make you do is throw it away. Like TSA might say, we're not going to allow you to take it on the plane. But now I've heard quite a few people talk about carrying it onto flights and stuff, and they don't care.
Cool.
I don't think they're worried about it. So.
I mean, I take my vapes on the flight, and they never even think. Like, I purposely put them in the side pouch, so they're obvious on the thing, and they've never once opened my bags to check. And the ones that I use, the cartridges that I use, can be used for oil. So
yeah, and the Martin and I have both flown with a vape pen before, and never any issue. So it could be tricky. I mean, here's the one thing that we may do is leaving. I need to do research and find out if it's legal in New Orleans or what. Not. Okay. Not
no, I don't know.
It may be recreationally, but I don't know. So TSA, we may just have to leave anything left over there, and not try to come back through in case TSA there is better about enforcing.
Well, at that point, you'd be better off taking the cartridge off of the battery.
Yeah, and just bring the battery.
Putting in your check bag.
Mm-hmm.
put it in your check bag because
Oh, that's
See,
true. Yeah, I hadn't thought of
Yeah.
that. You could put the cartridge in the checked bag.
Yeah.
put it in with your over in your bag with all your medicine and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because that's not that they see bottles, they don't really care.
Right.
All they're
Yeah.
looking for when they see that is whether you have a bottle bigger
A
than it's
bomb.
supposed to.
Mhm.
Yeah, or
You know,
liquid or something.
This is how I would do it because I'm a very experienced traveler. I would take medical tape and like tape these vials and things to my chest and like right around and like across my stomach.
That
And
would go over really well in the X-ray.
what? What's wrong with that?
That's what I do too.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me know how it
make
works
sure they
out.
look like
Mhm.
make sure they look like little cubes of C4.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Yeah. They don't get jumpy at all.
No.
I'm
Oh.
sure they're laid back and have a great sense of humor.
Hmm.
Now, if you're really worried about it, here's an idea. When you go to get your coffee at the what is that place with the beignets?
Starbucks?
No, the
Starbucks?
beignets.
Oh, yeah.
Demand.
Buy
Yeah.
right. Buy a can of their coffee. Stick the oil inside of that because coffee,
Mhm.
even the dogs can't smell it.
Mhm.
Past coffee because coffee is such a pungent smell. Stick it inside of there, and if you're really worried about it, it's not you. I'm talking to other people that might be
Mhm.
worried about it.
Mhm.
Supposedly, if you pack it in coffee, they'll never know. So
Huh.
the dogs can't even smell it.
Well, when I the last time I traveled was to Pride 48 in Vegas, and of course, prior to that, I hadn't done air travel in a million years. But in my carry-on case that went through the X-ray, I had this plastic wrapped bundle of index cards. And I'll tell you what, they were flummoxed by that. When it went through the X-ray, it took forever for them to okay my bag because whatever it looked like in the X-ray, that package of index cards set them the hell off.
Did you tell them you can just open it and look if you want?
Well, they did, and they didn't
Oh, okay.
ask me. I didn't know anything was wrong, but I just knew that like 20 minutes had gone by. And I was still waiting to go through, and they finally said everything's okay. The problem was that bundle of index cards. It just looked really weird.
That's
Like a
Marion?
brick of C4.
Why? Yes.
next time you take a bundle of index cards, wrap them real tight in duct tape.
Around my chest.
Tape them
Right.
to
Tape them to your chest.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That
Yeah. I'm looking forward to New Orleans. So.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
Yeah, Jim's all excited about it too. So
Mhm.
he gets home tomorrow, I think. So
Mhm.
I think
Maybe if he does or doesn't, whatever.
Right.
I sent him a text today and said, "Are you still alive?" Because I hadn't heard from him in like 3 days.
I saw a few posts on Facebook from him
Yeah,
lounging
Oh, okay.
around in the sun.
Nice.
yeah, at the beach where he. How many times have you heard him say, "Oh, we're not beach people"?
Mhm.
Like, I would go to the beach, but Jim's like, "I hate the beach. We grew up around it." But suddenly now he goes down to Florida and he's a beach queen.
Maybe it's just he doesn't like going to the beach with you.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't like. I didn't grow up going. We went to the shore 1 week out of every summer, growing up. And honestly, I could give a shit. I spent most of the time at the pool at the hotel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
understand that.
enjoy walking on the beach in the winter. Not in the winter, in the morning. So other than that, I don't really I don't like going in the water.
I understand. I'm 5 minutes away from St. Pete Beach, and I can't even tell you the last time I've been down there.
Would you say that's true of a lot of people that live in your area? Because it always
Yes.
seems like locals, we don't the stuff that's right there in town. It's like, oh, people say, oh my gosh, you've got this incredible car museum and train museum. And it's like, oh yeah, I came here to Sacramento to visit those when I was a little kid, but I live here now and I don't even think about going to them.
That's like people that live in New York never go to the Empire State Building or
Right.
anything like that. So
when I was out in New York, the group that we went with from Helen Keller, their training center, one of the employees there, she's like, oh, I grew up in Long Island, like, you know, born and raised, and has stayed in the area. She was 22 years old. And she's like, I've never been to the Empire State Building, so I volunteered to come out here on this trip. It's like, oh my gosh. She's like, and no particular reason, just, you know, whatever. It's there.
One of the funniest things I remember doing, Jim and I went to New York. It was quite a few years ago with a friend of ours that came to visit over the holidays. And we went to Macy's at Christmas time. Oh my God, is that crazy?
Oh my gosh. It is a massive, takes up, I think, is it the entire block or half the block? I don't remember. But it is, I think it's 7 stories tall.
Yeah.
And it is just insanely big. Oh, and they have a below ground level as well.
But I mean, just trying to get into the place.
Oh yeah,
was ridiculous at Christmas time.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, that's an insane time to go there.
Yeah, it was and it was the weekend after Thanksgiving, so that is even worse.
All right, so I've probably forgotten. Who knows? But Angry Dandy in the chat room. Do we know him? Do I know him?
Daddy Dave, I think.
Oh, that's Daddy Dave.
Probably.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Hey, Daddy Dave.
Angry Danny. Why is he so angry?
It's either that or it's Ron.
Well, hopefully.
It's either that or it's Ron. Jay's Ron.
No, not that I know of.
Oh no, I think I offended Angry Danny.
Oh no, not him.
Well, he is angry, so.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Maybe he's just here to relax and de-stress by looking at a lot of great porn.
Exactly.
That's right. I don't know.
And they are doing a phenomenal job in the chat room.
Maybe it's your actual daddy.
Oh, well, he is always angry with me.
How are your parents?
Good Lord. They're okay. They're okay. They're in a nice plateau, flat stage where nothing horrible is going on. There we go.
That's a plus.
That's a beautiful place.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's at this point. That's all you could ask for. When everything's
right.
Even keeled. That's right.
That level of horribleness that you come to expect.
Yes.
And it doesn't increase or decrease.
Oh, that's the funny thing. Well, it's not funny, but the stressful part is when I go over there every day, I just never know. I never know when I go over there and enter the doors of my parental abode what is going to hit me.
Yeah.
And I got jeepers because it is different every time. And, boy, the days that it's nice, I just, finish up my things and say, whew, escape that day. And I go home. And then
I'm hearing the Big Fatty's roller coaster music that he's been playing in the background.
Yeah.
Show.
Now, when you go over there and then you go, do you notice, like, did you ever notice how, like, old people's houses smell like old people?
I have, but I must assure you that is not the case in my parents' house. It smells like any old place.
It's like a mix of Bengay and
Bengay and urine.
The smelly household isn't all that smelly.
Mothballs
Right.
and Bengay. That's it.
Mothballs. There
They
you
even
go.
still make Bengay.
Yes, they do, because you want
Do
to know
they?
why? I just bought a tube.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Tommy.
okay.
Oh.
Your house smells like Bengay.
I got it for my knee. I haven't tried it yet. My knee has been bothering me and it's been sore. And I thought, fuck, I'll try this goddamn Bengay because I've been gay. And it might work. I don't know.
Well, the reason I brought that up is because it was funny because like I walked into my parents' house and I was like, oh my God, it doesn't really smell that bad in here. Like, it actually was. I mean, you could tell it was an old people's house, but like, it didn't. But then I came home and I was like, oh my God, my house smells like old people.
Oh, no.
So you're used to it.
I mean, I thought, well, maybe that's why I didn't notice that at my parents' house.
Right.
So I immediately got out the little. I have this powder stuff you sprinkle on the rug, and then you leave it on there, for and then you vacuum. Makes the whole house smell better. So I immediately did that. Jim was like, I just vacuumed before you came home, and I was like, no, that's not for that. It's dirty. It's just.
I've actually always found it interesting because you can't help it really, but everybody's home smells a certain way. And
Yeah.
it usually
Oh yeah.
is it usually stays that way for whatever reason. And I've noticed that, I go over to this person's house and it smells like that. And, I'm not saying offensive or anything, but it just has an odor that is distinct to that house.
Well, we
No,
smoke.
it's true.
We smoke, so our house always smells like smoke. So, except in the summertime, it's not as bad. But I mean, you got to figure it gets in the curtains, it gets in the carpet. So, but
Well, I smoke, but I smoke outside. And when the weather is good, so that's about 7 months out of the year, I have the windows open, so it airs out very nicely. But all the other months, the windows are closed, the air conditioning's on, and it can start to smell musty by the end of the season.
yeah.
So I look forward to it open as soon as I can. Musty.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, that nasty Florida smell,
Oh yeah, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like salt air and palm trees?
The smell of sunshine.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah. It's amazing to me that I've been here already 20 years. That doesn't seem possible. And
wow.
I fit right in.
Well, good.
That was sarcasm, right?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't get to see your face when you were doing it because I had the browser over it.
Just shake your head and you move on. Don't even.
Yeah. Well,
fine.
Well, when Jim says he goes to Fort Lauderdale, he says, "Yeah, you could tell the difference between the Northerners that moved down there and the people that have lived there all their life. You know what I mean?"
There is a difference.
Yeah.
I need everyone to see the photo
I saw
Mr. Mike posted.
What does it have?
It's Pokin It with a stick 20 years from now.
Oh no.
It's a bunch of old women sitting at, it looks like a nursing home, and there's porn playing on the TV in the background.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll have to all just go to the same nursing home.
Yeah,
They're all asleep too.
we need to start now saving up for a Pride 48 nursing homes.
Yeah, that's true.
See if we can get the rooms reserved for.
Right. Adam's already got a nonprofit established, and we just have to.
It's gonna have to be in New Orleans,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I could think of other places to go to. So we
I
haven't.
don't know. I was gonna say New Orleans. We would all know how to stagger down to corner pocket or the rawhide or
Yeah,
odds.
if it was like if it was on that street in between those two bars, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. The veritable Virgo just said the not so golden girls.
Yeah, right?
Girls.
Or the golden shower girls.
we will have lost a little of our luster or polish by then.
Oh,
Or, I don't know that we ever had any.
I was gonna say.
Seriously. All I know is born in New York. I've been in New York my entire life. Every year I get older, I want more and more to not have these winters.
Oh, for sure.
These winters. Oh,
That's why
I-
people move south, huh?
yeah.
Well, that's what I said to Jim. I said, I don't give a shit where we go, even if it's like Delaware or like, lower Delaware or something, North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't care as long as it's south, because I do not want to be shoveling snow in my 70s.
I know. I know.
So, I mean, that's why my parents moved to Tucson. That was part of it.
Right.
I was 40 years old and I was sick of shoveling snow, scraping windshields, warming up cars.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
That at all.
Now I will enjoy it next winter because I won't enjoy it, but it'll be easier next winter because I have
With your new car, right?
I have the remote start, which I
Yeah.
can warm up the car for 10 minutes before I go out. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, DJ Ron, when you were doing all those things in the snow, where were you? What state were you in?
I was outside of Muncie, Indiana.
Ew. So what
Ooh,
happened? You just decided at one point, I've had enough. I'm moving south. I'm going to Florida, or what happened?
Well, I was with my partner at the time, who's now deceased, and he was in the process of losing his job at a factory. And he asked me one snowy January, he said, "What do you think about moving to St. Petersburg, Florida?"
Huh?
I said, "Are you kidding me? Let's do it tomorrow."
Oh,
It took us about 15 months to sell the house and liquidate things, but we did it.
Jim and I are definitely going to move. I mean, Jersey is just too expensive
Yeah.
in the winter. I mean, for taxes. So,
Oh.
like, just the idea of retiring here is just to me out of the question.
do you think Gavin? What do you think? What's worse, New Jersey or New York, or are they equivalent?
Property taxes? I honestly don't know about New York. So,
I bet we're right up there with each other.
well, I have an eighth of an acre and I pay $5,000 a year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Wow.
just fucked up. Jesus Christ.
exactly. So, I mean, I would have to have a job just to pay the property. Well, my father, when he lived in Pennsylvania, what he used to do is he would work after he retired, he would work a part-time job just until he made enough to pay his property tax, and then he'd quit. And then the
Nice.
next January he'd get around Christmas time he'd get another one, and then like work that like retail or whatever. He mostly he worked for many years at it was a Sherwin-Williams, and he would just mix paint and stuff like that, so, and stock shelves. But he worked there for years, and he would just work until like spring, and then he would leave and come back in the fall.
Hmm.
So,
You
did you see the stickers I put on my car?
no.
I posted them in the chat room.
Where? Oh, let me take a look. I can't read it. It's so small. Renegade?
Yeah, that's the name of the car, but I got those off the internet. I used my Cricut machine to
It's a
make
frog.
Yeah. And Jim likes my 2 sticks of butter that I put. He calls them
butter.
the equal sign. He calls it 2 sticks of butter.
Yeah. I like that frog. Where is that from?
I just found it on Pinterest, so I don't know. I just thought it was cute, so I decided to put it on my back window.
Nice.
Just kind of saying hi to everybody as they go by.
He's a happy frog.
That's fun.
What a long day. Oh my God,
Well,
look at my hair.
Jeepers creepers! It sounds like all of you have had a long day.
Yeah,
I'm
I was doing other stuff. I mowed the lawn and stuff too.
Well,
Fortunately, I only had to mow like 2/3 of it because I'm trying to grow. I reseeded an area, so I can't mow it for like a month and a half. I have to let the seed take root. So
okay.
6 weeks until
did you cover it with hay?
I mowed it real short
Mm-hmm.
and then just threw the grass seed down, and I've been watering it twice a day for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but fortunately, it's rained enough.
Yeah.
I don't have to water. So,
Has it been super windy there?
oh my God. Well, we had a hurricane watch last night.
What?
Yeah. And then today it was just really windy.
It has been windy here too. I had no idea, but it also freaking snowed here today.
Did it
That
really?
is crazy. I was in shorts.
That Jesus. It didn't stick, I mean, the ground was, the snow came and it didn't stick. I don't see any sign of it out the window right now, but it freaking snowed most of the day.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. Especially out here where it's, 80 degrees today. So
Fuck you.
yeah.
It
I
was
went to a
it was cool
I
here
went to a
today.
prime today, so
A what?
To what?
prime timers picnic.
Oh,
Picnic?
nice.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's for old people.
Right. I was just gonna say.
Prime timers it's on the web. It's older gay men social organization.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
As long as the word gay is in there.
And it was a picnic.
A picnic basket.
Was there an orgy or
Oh Lord.
using? Is that why you bought the Bengay for lube?
Oh, that was me.
That was Tommy that bought the basket.
Copy, yeah.
DJ Ron, what did you
Oh.
take to the picnic? If anything.
Wrong.
Did we
Nope.
lose DJ?
We lost him.
I did. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I took a pan of barbecue meatballs
Oh.
Hey,
Nice.
and it got eaten up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
lather.
Oh, yeah, you put a bunch of balls in front of some fags.
You can't lose.
It's gonna get eaten up. Just saying.
Yeah. Well,
My
I
father
love
used
that
to
it's.
all the time, and it's just stupid easy.
I was gonna say I love that it's potluck style. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Everybody brings a little something. It's a big pitch in, and
Hmm.
some guys bring desserts. Some guys bring side salads and things, and some guys bring fried chicken. They had the grill going, so there were hamburgers and hot dogs, and I brought meatballs.
Oh,
Nice.
Sweet. Were
it's
they
always,
like
good,
a crock
it's
pot?
always good when you bring your balls.
Yeah. A
There's
lot of
crock
meat
pot
happening there.
Fried chicken in the oven
Mhm.
is the treat.
And
And I help.
Mhm.
do.
So, do you guys do something every month?
Well, I used to belong to the group back when my partner was here because he was 20 years older, and I thought, he would fit in with this group a whole lot better. And I went as support, so I got to know a lot of the guys through the years. And when Gary died, yeah, the other guy's name was Gary too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I hope he didn't die already. We just met him.
they both spell it the same way. I've never met another Garry.
Oh, it was meant to be.
That's the first I've ever heard that.
Yeah, me too.
this
It's
group
like
guy-
me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I went to support Gary and meeting those guys, and I think we belonged for about 7 years. Then after the first Gary died,
Gary, we'll call him Gary 1 and Gary 2.
Gary 1 and Gary 2, yeah. So Gary 2 has been to picnics before, but he's, I don't know. We may join. Who knows?
All
Still
right. Well, good.
Yeah.
They do things during the week. Most of these guys are retired, so they're
Right.
doing luncheons and they're doing dinners out, and once a month they do a picnic.
Well, that's good.
Sweet.
Up.
Yeah, we
Probably a good thing to be involved in around the holidays. That way, you have you get invited to parties and stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And some of these guys, they've got families, some don't. So
Mhm.
that's the thing.
Yeah, Thanksgiving would be a nice potluck kind of thing.
Well, I was going to say that, one of the great things about a group like that is you can, hang out when you want. And if it doesn't work, no biggie, because you know that there'll always be another event. And, it's just a low key way to stay connected with people and know that you can, always come back.
Right.
And so
Right.
sometimes you end up making like a really good friend or two out of it.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or 12.
or 12.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. Some real nice guys involved. And like I said, it's on the web. It's a national organization, and the Tampa Bay chapter, it's been around for quite a long time. I understand the one in Palm Springs is huge.
Oh well,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Oh,
can
I
imagine.
That is God's waiting list.
Right.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, it's
Ah.
funny. They say that about Florida all the time, being God's waiting room.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I've heard that about Florida.
Yeah, that too.
There are
I mean, there's a lot of people waiting. So let's say
there
put
are
them all in.
there are more young to middle-aged gay guys here, and St. Petersburg in particular, our Pride Parade is ridiculous. I'm going to imagine one day it'll probably overtake the attendance numbers for Atlanta, because it's like all of Florida gays show up here on that last Saturday of June, and it is crazy. It is truly crazy. I never thought I'd see that here.
Well, until you guys are underwater. So
Well, yeah.
Oh, don't tell him that. Oh, that's a secret. We don't want Florida to know that's going to happen.
gonna sink into the ocean.
I don't have the heart to tell him.
I feel like California's in much more danger than Florida is.
Really? Why, Jay?
Well, I mean, the major fault lines, the drought,
earthquake.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. They've got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Okay,
Drought,
I
fire.
do.
kinda, yeah,
Drought,
yeah,
fires,
Yep.
earthquakes.
Hey, I'm expecting by the time I retire that I'll have beachfront property. So
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Oh, good Lord. Who knows what's going to happen?
So you're talking global warming problems.
Well, among other things, I don't
Mhm.
know.
Let's talk
Continental
about
shift.
volcanoes.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, did you know that the Gulf of Mexico is actually one big volcano that one day will erupt?
Jesus.
No, I didn't know that.
Do I ever, Gavin? You and me are talking the same language.
It's not.
Fake news.
It's fake news.
Okay.
Oh,
Starting rumors, and I'm gullible, so
And the Earth is flat. So,
right.
there you go.
I
And
don't
don't
believe
vaccinate
that.
your children.
oh,
Yeah. Oh God.
now you guys, you might run across on Hulu. I think it's Hulu or Netflix. I'm not sure which one. There's a documentary about the flat earthers.
Oh, have you seen it?
Don't be fooled. It's not really positive on their side.
Well, I just wondered if it was a serious attempt on their side, or if it was
No,
just
no, it was actually done by real people that do real documentaries. So
right.
it doesn't really make them look stupid
Yeah.
unless you have higher than like elementary school education.
Well,
It doesn't seem to focus on trying to make them look stupid.
okay.
But
What I really wondered was, does it really try to seriously explain their side, or is it just
I
a
don't
big
know how you
goof,
could.
yeah,
a goof on? No.
it doesn't because they can't explain their side.
Okay.
Their,
All right.
their whole side is you can't prove we're wrong.
Right.
Right.
That's their whole side. Regardless of anything else, you can't prove that we're wrong,
hmm
which is bullshit because you can. But,
Photos from space, anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
Unless they
but
don't believe we
dismiss-
did that either.
No, they dismiss all of that as like doctored photographs or fake or
Well,
Yeah.
see, but my favorite argument is, well, if you stand at the ocean and you look out at the horizon, you don't see a curve. But there's a horizon.
exactly.
What the fucking curve is. Otherwise, you could fucking get a telescope and see England.
hmm
Ugh. You fucking morons.
hmm
But anyway, regardless.
I think I'm gonna watch it. Did you like it? Did you enjoy
Yeah,
it?
it was actually informative. It does not leave them, you will not think it leaves them in a good light. But I could see anybody that believes that nonsense watching it and believing it and thinking they walked away looking good.
Mhm.
It's just that like there's a couple times where they were doing experiments and they were saying that because the earth moves that they put some kind of thing on and a gyroscope that would show that there's every hour or something there's a 15% variation, and if it doesn't do that, it proves that the earth is actually flat and it's not spinning. But it kept coming up and he kept saying, well, then we'll have to do it a different way. Let's try this. And then it kept coming up. It was like they kept getting proven wrong by their own experiment. So they tried a different way of doing it to get the experiment to show what they wanted it to show.
Right. And then they explain away when it fails, they explain away that, oh, this is a known, thing that happens because of this and this and this.
Yeah.
That this didn't work and we'll just have to try it again,
Yeah.
Okay.
different way.
This is what I always thought, and it's probably not true, but maybe, I don't know. But I always thought this whole flat earth thing was started by a smartass who just decided, you know what? I'm going to perpetuate this belief that the earth is flat. And I'm going to make up shit, and I'm going to convince as many people as I can that this is true. And it's just a big goof.
Well, you know what? You are actually correct. Because the guy that first came up with the whole thing,
yeah,
not the guys that you hear now, but the guy that apparently this guy who was a journalist was on an airplane and he thought it would be funny to post this. And like years later, he was just like, "No, I was just making a joke." But everybody's like, "Oh well, we're not talking about what he says." Like it's just like the first person that ever even like broached this thing actually said, "Well, I was just joking. It was bullshit,"
Anyways,
it's kind of like L. Ron Hubbard saying he was going to start a religion and being a science fiction writer,
right?
And then it becoming a religion.
L. Ron Hubbard, yes,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Scientology. Oh, I love that the show. I can't remember who the woman was that was
Leah Remini.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the best show. It really went into it. So if you guys ever, do you remember the name of the show?
No, not offhand.
It's about Scientology.
Yeah.
She had left Scientology, so she went at them full guns. like to see, to show what kind of like how crappy they are to people, and it's worth watching. They let celebrities do whatever they want, but yet, like, they have regular people slaving.
Yeah.
And
And another gem that Florida gets to add is the Scientology Center in Clearwater.
oh,
Yeah, that was big back when I lived there. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's pretty much downtown Clearwater is Scientology.
Yep. Do they still wear their little white suits and stuff
They dress
normally?
Yeah,
well, the Church of Satan got tax-free exempt status now, so just this week. So hey, you could start. I mean, the Spaghetti Monster, aren't they like actually a nonprofit organization now? The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah.
And that is the funniest shit. They walk around with those strainers on their heads.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm waiting to start the cult of the toppy.
Oh, I think we should do that. No, we should.
Ew.
No, it should be what's her name?
Aunt Tappy?
No, the other one, the one we hate.
Oh, why do you all pick
Cricket.
on her? Poor Cricket.
That evil bitch.
I hate all of you.
The
Shut up, Gavin.
the church, the Church of the Flying Cricket.
No, that's not funny.
We'll show cricket on one of those the old medieval slingshot things.
Yeah. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Bye.
She can't take a joke.
No.
Oh, poor
We
cricket.
weren't joking.
She knows better. Oh well. So, what's everybody's plans for this week? Anything fun going on?
Endgame.
No spoilers.
No. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
It's going on this week. I'm not going. We have tickets for Tuesday.
You didn't like my spoiler?
Oh yeah, yours was funny. I honestly didn't get the reference, but I realized it was just not three things that had nothing to do with each other. So.
No, it does pertain to all the one same thing. It's when the highlight of the movie is when Johnny Castle lifts Baby in the air during the final musical number.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what?
Dance.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Vanjie.
Seriously, if anybody knows, I'm just curious because I've been out of the loop in the news, but I assume this damn Avengers movie has like probably
Broken all records.
Box office records, or
Yeah,
what?
I think so.
No.
Well, there's so much hype behind it before.
Well, yeah. I'm just assuming. I'll probably hear about it come Monday.
You know, I wonder if you could see like the porn I'm looking at in my glasses.
What?
Right.
Glasses?
YouTube's gonna shut us down.
The reflection from your glasses, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have paid attention.
I don't think they're looking that closely.
I gotta say, Ed Kong and Mr. Mike have done a lovely job this
outdone themselves this evening, huh?
Bravo.
There's been a lot of very hard, thick,
juicy
lobs. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Lots of lobs.
Lots of lobs.
Juice.
They should rename it the Lob Chamber.
On Cub, are you?
There you go.
On Cub, are you watching season 11 of Drag Race?
I am. We are.
Boring.
It is not one of the more stellar seasons now.
It's like whoever wins this, are they just going to evaporate into obscurity? Because this has not been a good season.
As long as it's not Silky Nutmeg Ganache, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, like, why hasn't coming from someone who has not seen it? Why is this year different?
I think just the crop of drag queens they had, they're just not. I mean, they're not. Some of them aren't terrible, but it's just, I don't know.
Nothing that stands out, maybe,
Yes, exactly.
or grabs you, because I've heard a couple of different podcasts mention it, or briefly talk about it, and everybody's general feeling on the two different podcasts was kind of like, like we're watching, but we don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
they're watching maybe because they're used to watching or whatever, but there's no emotional engagement, to the process or the queens.
Which one is this?
Drag Race.
Oh, yeah.
I do wonder if maybe it's just past its. Maybe people are just getting tired of it. I don't know.
That could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody's seen it all before, so it's kind of a
Yeah, I'm not finding it quite as fascinating as I used to.
See,
It's been going on a long time.
I watched the first season, and that was pretty much it.
I mean, even if it closed with this season, that's a goddamn good long life on TV.
And she's won an Emmy.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
11
And
years
I've never watched it.
You've got
I have this thing about catty bitches. I just I don't know. I can't do it.
I
can't do any of those reality shows.
I like the creativity and being able to think on your feet fast. That's what attracts me to that show. But this year, it's just
and the pit crew.
The pit crew, yeah.
Who's the fit crew?
Pit crew, like PIT.
Oh, pit crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just the hotties that wear just like what do you call them? Speedos that just come in and like bring in props and shit like that.
Oh,
and they have them all dressed in Speedos.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Real
gosh,
skimpy
that's
Speedos.
funny.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike in the chat room
Nice.
just admitted never watched Drag Race.
Yeah,
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
I haven't.
I'm just laughing at Chase saying I never watched.
Yeah, well.
That's
I
funny.
could watch it. I just watch it differently than you do.
I know.
Watch it Helen Keller wise.
No, I see now. I feel like I'm going to go on an old lady rant here.
Uh-oh.
I am by no means a prude, right? Everybody knows that. Everyone knows I am not a prude.
You are not a prude.
Okay, now there's they've gotten to the point with these reality shows that now the latest one coming out is called Paradise Island or something, or
I saw that. I did a commercial for that. It's
like and their tagline is hook up or check out. So like I don't know. It's like you're prompting people that if they don't like get laid, they're gonna get kicked off the show. Like I just find that like reprehensible. I don't like. Is that weird that like am I being a prude by that?
I don't know.
I just find that like disgusting. I'm sorry. Like in order to keep the show, like has it gotten to that point where like they can't get beyond?
Well, apparently yes. Right. They made the show, but it's I don't know, conceptually it hits me really funny of like, well, if people go in knowing this is what it's going to be about and they approach it with the right attitude, well then hey, good on them, right? Like that's
no, but I mean, how sad is it that these people are so desperate that they're willing to like do that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Degrade themselves in that to that point.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
My own personal response to reality TV, and I'll swipe everything in this, not just RuPaul's show, but My problem with it is they call it reality TV, and for God's sake, it's nothing. It's not reality.
No, yeah.
Producers dictating things and pushing things, and there's nothing real about it.
Right.
It's never caught my fancy, and I just have never, ever, ever, ever watched it. Please give me a good scripted drama.
Yeah, I think my point is basically that what you're saying is that it's not based on reality, and it's not. But people emulate that
I know, but
now, and then it gets to the point where, in order to get those people that are now emulating last year's hit show, they have to up it a bit.
right.
And it's gotten to the point where they're making people either have sex or check out of a fucking hotel,
Yeah.
and quit the game. I just find, I don't know.
By the way, everyone go back to the 70s and watch a little movie called Network.
Oh yeah,
Foretold all of this. Ha! Yes,
it
indeed.
did. Big Fatty would tell you yes, 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 yes.
It was funny because they continually are going back and audio describing some movies, but it's slow, right? It's not like hundreds of them happening, but like recently they audio described Top Gun, and I went back and watched that, and then the one that made me think of this was we went back and watched Jaws.
Oh God!
And they audio described it, and
how did they audio describe that?
it's great because there's so much silence in that movie that watching it for me would have been silly. But I remember seeing it, because I saw it when I could before I went blind, and so it was so cool to watch it. And funny enough, the movie actually seems to hold up pretty well. Like there's there's lots of tension, in it. And
Oh yeah,
it was so much fun to watch again.
Oh, and now to go to a get off of the shit dramas. Is anybody watching Sabrina?
Yeah.
I'm still watching the first season because I'm watching it only when a friend comes over. We watch it together.
So far, the second season is even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's so good.
The other one, oh no, I just lost it. Oh my God, something just evaporated out of my brain. Oh, have you guys been watching the new Star Trek?
I have.
Oh my God, they do an amazing job with that show.
I think
it is nothing like any of the other Star Treks.
No,
nothing like it.
They have developed a whole new language for everything, especially. Oh, okay. You think you know what the Enterprise looked like when it went into hyperdrive before? Well, this show a whole new way of visualizing.
Who's making all that noise?
I don't know.
I think it's DJ Ron.
Ron, you're drowning everybody out.
Oh, he's
rubbing it down his pants, is what it's
like. Something.
Anyways, Gavin, I think it's extraordinary. I really do. Oh.
What the heck?
What is he doing? Like slamming his phone down on the table or something?
I don't know. He turned his video off.
I don't know.
He's jerking his mic off.
Well, you know what? I'm going to mute.
And I don't mean Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute him.
Anyway, Gavin, I am totally into this damn show.
Oh, I know. It's to me, it's like a whole new style of sci-fi drama.
Because it is.
It's absolutely nothing like any of the other Star Trek.
No, nothing.
And apparently,
now, where in the?
Apparently,
I was going to ask where in the timeline it happens.
Well, before
it's pre-Enterprise, isn't it?
Before the Star Trek original series.
Okay.
And after Enterprise.
Right, because the one of the main characters is Do you remember in the original Star Trek the captain, the original captain of the Enterprise?
Christopher Pike.
Yeah, Christopher Pike.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He only showed up in one of the other episodes of Star Trek where he was in like a
The
wheelchair.
menagerie.
Yep.
Yeah, the menagerie.
Okay.
Well, he is the captain of the Enterprise.
Well, Discovery.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're right.
No,
No,
the Enterprise, but
Enterprise. He
Yeah.
goes over to the Discovery for a mission.
yeah. But so it's in between those two. It's
Anyways,
just before Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds great.
But apparently, see, I was wondering how they got the spore drive. I was like, okay, so people that don't want spoilers, turn it off now because we're about to talk about stuff that is involved. I was like, well, how did they have this spore drive if that was never in the original series? Now it's explained at the end of this season. So I won't go any farther with that, but it's explained why the spore drive doesn't exist in the original Star Trek.
right, and I can guess I have not reached the end of the season, but
Oh,
obviously,
okay, I won't tell you then.
for
Okay.
some reason, they must have said, for the good of the universe, we can't use it or something.
Well,
Mhm.
they're going. There's. Oh, I can't even tell you that.
No, don't get Kevin. Shut up.
I won't ruin it, but the next season is going to be absolutely totally different from anything you've seen before.
And
Well,
wouldn't you say the second season was very, very, very different from the first season?
Yeah, the
I
first season seemed more like an introduction,
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
Okay, now
See, and
another-
I love series like this where they pay a lot of attention to having continuity with the other things out there, because it always, I don't know why, it just kind of drives me nuts when they change a bunch of stuff up, or like they totally, veer off, reboot the entire story, and I'm like,
Right.
no, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, my head can't deal with everything
Right.
changing. And so I like that if they're trying to line it all up and make
They
things
well, that's the thing.
you
Like, there's a lot of things explained that you were like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
well, this had nothing to, like, this didn't exist in the original series,
Hmm.
but it's all explained at the end.
Right.
Yeah. Hot Cub, are you logging time with this thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you
No,
not
I'm
watching
surprised
it?
you're not watching it,
No.
because don't you usually watch
don't-
the Star Trek?
I've seen all the series, but I didn't feel like subscribing to CBS All Access. I thought about it when
okay.
they brought back Twilight Zone, but I'm still haven't done it.
Well,
I totally get it.
if you have a good
Yeah.
virus, virus scan, I'm going to tell you right now, go movies hub.is.
Yeah.
And you can watch Game of Thrones. You can watch all of them. That's where I've been watching Game of Thrones. So
Okay.
Go movies hub.
There you go.
Yeah, movies with an S hub, all one word. .is.
Is it like a file sharing
have a good
service?
Yeah, have a good virus scan. Just,
Mhm.
Anyways, yeah, Hot Cub. If you watched it, I guarantee you would.
you would love it. You would absolutely love it. So wait, it'll come out. I'm sure it'll be out on either Netflix or Hulu or something.
I guess. I don't know.
See, I'm actually trying to get more away from series on TV because there's just so much, and I feel like I already watch too much TV.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to
Yeah.
get into more and more. I already have the DC series, so I already watch all the DC shows.
Yeah. If
Right.
I didn't watch a show, if I wasn't working where I'm working, I would probably watch no TV
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's the only place I watch TV. Like, my
Jay,
TV at home here hasn't been on, other than when I'm sleeping. It hasn't been on since Jim left. So
yeah. Jay, maybe you could stop watching SpongeBob SquarePants and give Star Trek.
no,
I actually I don't watch that as often anymore because the last series have been horrible.
Oh, really?
Horrible.
They aren't as good anymore.
Well, the creator passed away, and
Mm.
and they use a new animation style and stuff. It looks like rip-offs of old Ren and Stimpy, and it's all like toilet humor. It's not even like remotely clever anymore like it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I always remember hearing because I never watched it, but I remember hearing it was good. Very clever humor.
Yeah, it had something for kids and for adults, but
Right
now it's just kind of gross out stuff.
Okay, speaking of clever, I would just like to mention that Gavin has not mentioned the time of night. Why am I on here? I should be in bed. I should be sleeping. What is wrong with you people? I gotta go. No, but please keep chatting, but I gotta go. I gotta go.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Have
too.
a lovely evening or night now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just figured since it was such a clusterfuck, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Keep going.
take care, everybody.
And there's
All
people,
right.
those
Bye-bye.
people, those people that can't listen to more than an hour, fuck,
Right.
listen to an hour and then just turn it off. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know you're last week you just cut it,
Yeah.
Or not last week, couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I cut it myself. I might.
You just randomly sort of picked the time. You're like, that's enough.
I waited till a subject was finished and then.
Yeah. Snip.
Yeah.
Throw some bumpers on it.
Yeah.
One weekend we went to Bears, Bikers, and Mayhem in Gettysburg, so I wasn't able to make it to that show.
How was that?
It was a lot of fun.
I've heard it's a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah. What is it like? Is it like a festival kind of thing?
It's a bear/leather run.
Okay.
So yeah, I volunteered. The bear club I belong to does a lot of the volunteering stuff.
I'll bet you volunteered.
No, sounds great.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Is it a whole weekend or just a day or?
It's a whole weekend. Next year is the 10th one, and it's going to be massive. They're going to make it like a 4-day event. Supposedly it's going to have the largest play space on the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had 3 really big playrooms for after hours parties here at this one. So I imagine if they're going to increase it, it's going to be.
Ooh.
How was that space? Was it nice?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of it's all done by volunteers, then, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like folks pitch in and help with different parts of it. And...
Yeah, people do different things. I was selling drink tickets for some of the time I was there. So
sounds like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, you get a free run package, so it's it's a good way to like meet people and still be able to do a lot of the stuff. I only had to work 2 shifts, and one of them was one afternoon for like 4 hours, and the other one I think was about 4 hours. So
that was one thing about TBRU was the same.
It's not bad.
You would volunteer because that thing does like 1,000 people.
Yeah,
and they get plenty of volunteers. You just had to do one shift of one thing, and you were good. No,
it makes so much sense, and it keeps the cost down because, I mean, if you had to pay for everybody to do all the things that people can volunteer and do, the cost would be insanely high. So many people wouldn't be able to afford to attend. So I think by making a volunteer thing, it's a lot of work, right? Because then somebody has to coordinate all the volunteer stuff and make sure everything's happening and that everybody knows what's going on. And that's a ton of work. But in the end, you increase, I would think, tremendously the size of the event and the accessibility of the event because so many more people can potentially afford to come and participate.
Yeah, it's an interesting resort too because I mean the place is a little run down, but to be honest, we were put in a room that hadn't been refurbished yet, like a lot of them had. But it's basically like 2 hotels that are linked together, and they have an indoor pool, but instead of it just being sort of your sterile little room that just has the pool and the cement around it, it's a whole courtyard where like 2 levels of rooms look out onto the pool, and people decorate their balconies and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's open
nice.
pretty much 24 hours, and You
Do
pretty
the
much see
doors face the pool, or
No,
is
the
it people's
balconies.
balconies?
The
Okay.
balconies, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and people walk around in pretty much everything as long as your ass crack is covered. That's really pretty much all that matters. But this same hotel's been doing it for 10 years, so I guess the people that work it kind of know what to expect. The staff.
Yeah, a lot of the like IML, TBRU, all those things, they usually have the staff is
volunteer, right?
Yeah.
They're well aware that, and they're given the option that if you want to take off, they'll put them in a different hotel and swap crews and stuff like that to try to accommodate people that don't want to work, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because I remember IML, they had these like people that were like they were selling some kind of food. They had a little stand, and like it was just funny because there were these two like collegiate looking kids working the stand, and right next to him is like some guy getting fucked over a. It was just so weird to watch.
Yeah.
It was surreal. It was.
I remember talking to somebody who had gone to IML, and they said something similar where like the room door was opening and guys were clearly like fucking, and hotel staff were like walking back and forth past the room, and like somebody was being flogged in the hallway, and staff just said, hey, you should step into a private space. But like they said the staff were great, like like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that in the public walkway, but open a door or whatever. And they said they didn't even complain about the door being wide open, and whatever was going on, like the staff just rolled with it. And it was like, hey, as long as nobody's in danger or.
Yeah, they make the rules very, I mean, they give you a list of rules when you check in.
Yeah.
Like, it comes with your run package usually at most of those events. And the staff gets the same, and all they're told to do is just make people aware. Don't you're not police. Just try to remind people that this is the rule. You should really do this. You know what I mean? So,
and I would guess most people will follow those rules if people are respectful about it.
Oh yeah,
like
I mean, there's
if a hotel,
there's always the off asshole.
Yeah, the guy said that the folks that were the guy that was being flogged and the guy doing the flogging like said, oh, no problem, like sorry, and ducked into a room or whatever. Like they were cool with the staff reminding them not in the hallway, please.
That's the thing, like a lot of times it's how you approach something.
Yeah,
if you're respectful to the people that you're trying to chastise, if you don't chastise them and you just remind them of what the rules are, usually that comes off,
right.
Gets taken better than if you walk up and say, what are you doing?
Yeah. So much of it's a respect thing, right? Because I think if you are really aggressive and like in somebody's face about something, there's an automatic defensiveness. And it also seems like you're disapproving, or that tone is very different than a, hey, good on you, glad you're having fun, but I need to ask you to please step out of the public hallway, or like it's no disrespect, no nothing, just like a reminder.
Walk. But all right, well, let's call it a night because I'm getting tired now.
Everybody's tired.
Crash.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good one, and hopefully we'll talk to folks next week.
Yep. And Jim will be back. Jim will be back with a report. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right.
Nice.
Pictures.
No.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.